Yeah, so that might work. Who knows? Who knows? God knows, right? So I was going to do something. I was going to read something out here for you. Right? So anyway, Elihu. We're on 32, right? 32. I got started like this. So these three men stopped answering Job because he was righteous in his own eyes. However, Elihu, son of Barakel the Buzite, the family of Ram, became very angry with Job for justifying himself rather than God. He was also angry with the three friends because they had found no way to refute Job and yet had condemned him. Well, imagine that. Stone throwing ass motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Now, Elihu had waited before speaking to Job because they were older than he. However, when he saw the three men had nothing more to say, his anger was aroused. You know, I don't like the way it says that. Is that the proper way his anger was aroused? No, his frustration deepened. It sounds better to me, I would say. Misery fucking heightened, something like that. Oh. Yeah, it was Elihu, right? That was anger was aroused. So it was. He wanted to be a justicar. He wanted to be one of those defenders of the weak and the ones that came. You know what I mean? That would be ideal. I would hope that was his motivation. But if it was just, I want to go back to what I was doing and I have to deal with the widow and I'm an unbelieving king, etc., etc., etc. If that's not the case either, then shit, he has some fucked up motives I don't know about. Oh, I mean, there is always the possibility, however far-fetched and closely held to my chest, that God was the reason for his aroused anger. Oh, so it wasn't righteousness either. Wow. Selfish. Anyways, I am young in years and you are old. That is why I was fearful. I wonder if it tells us in the next lines what the fuck was going. That's why I was fearful, not daring to tell you what I know. Though I thought age should speak. Advanced years should teach wisdom. Hold on, let's see if I can do this that way. Okay, I gotta finish this for closure. However, it is the spirit in a person, the breath of the Almighty that gives them understanding. I don't even know if it can hear me at that distance. Probably not. Now, I'm gonna say it can, just because for shits and giggles, I pray that shit works right. Now, and for my own desires and hope in a better tomorrow for my children, for your children, who are all God's children, pretty much. So, the only exceptions are the Baldwins and anybody that sang the Uncle Fucker song out loud in front of a child and caused them to sin. You're damned. Absolutely, there's no hope for you whatsoever. I know it's harsh, man. I said it was harsh too in my head when I first heard him say that. Guess what? I'm not jumping on the fucking bandwagon against him. Remember what happened last time? Yeah, you do. See, some of you do. You know, when I look good to myself, I know that God is present. Because when I don't look good to myself, I feel like he is shit all over everybody around me, and I just happen to walk in it. Which is why Solomon didn't have any enemies around him at all. Yeah, because God smells to high heaven. You know it. I mean, like, frankincense and myrrh being not aside, being on the altar, and I just touched it with my mind, so I'm clean like a mother, a father. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, to be clean like a mother is to be clean like father. Now, let's see, you know the cold part about it is, can I tell him, Father? No, I'll save that one for Skin Diamond's interview. Therefore, I say, listen to me. I too will tell you what I know. When was the last time she had to interview for something? That wasn't like fun for her because she chose to. I'm saying like, not something she had to do. Not in a long time. No contractual obligations that she had to do she didn't like. That's so cool to be her, I bet. You know what I mean? Especially getting publicity from God's man. You know what I mean? Like, you can't get better than that unless God himself just shows up and says, okay, I take you home with me. And you know what? I pray and wish that God would find one like her to do that too. Even if it's her. Now, here's because I wouldn't want to keep her. I'm not a hater. I don't want to keep. Hey. You might. Yeah, so anyways, as I was saying, that was like really clutch. because she's absolutely that yummy as fuck, I have to say. Because don't say, look, delicate, okay, delicious, delightful, those are bad words, okay? Because it's removing the good parts of what it is explaining that it is from it, and from the presence of those that remove it from it. It's stupid, because thou wouldn't put a candle under a basket, in a basket, or under a shelf, under a table, right? Put it on a windowsill or somewhere to light the way. Unless, here's the scenario, unless the people that are only left outside, the only ones left outside, are 5 women that have no oil for their lamps. Then guess what? You blow it out and you say, everybody be quiet, as if Anne Frank was hiding from the Nazis, and, you know, what's his name showed up? Prax showed up to do an inspection. So if you don't have the cross-cultural or cross-genre radical context for that, then you have to look up Star Trek Voyager, Prax. Is it Parallax was the name of the episode, or is that a different episode? Probably a different episode. I think it was like Search and Destroy or some shit. Anyways, whatever it was, I'll figure it out later. Because my mind, if it knows it's looking for an answer, it usually always finds that answer. Unless God doesn't want me to see it, because it sharpens a line that needs to be blurred. So whatever it may be, the master plotter, the master plotter, the master craftsman. Okay, the master craft God, I guess I have to say, with a capital K and a capital G and a capital every other thing he wants it to be. So I said, therefore I say, listen to me, I too will tell you what I know. I waited while you spoke, I listened to your reasoning while you were searching for words. I gave you my full attention. Now not one of you has proved Job wrong. Okay? Do not say we have found wisdom, let God not a man refute him. However, Job has not marshaled his words against me, and I will not answer him Jordan. I'm just finishing this. They are dismayed and have no more to say. Words have failed them. Must I wait now that they are silent? Now that they stand there with no reply? I too will have my say. I too will tell what I know, for I am full of words. The spirit within me compels me. Inside I am like bottled up wine. Like new wineskins ready to burst, I must speak and find relief. I must open my lips and reply. I will show no partiality, nor will I flatter anyone. For if I were skilled in flattery, my maker would soon take me away. Right, like Enoch, right? Take me away. He would take me because, holy, 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 the Most High God. Like, that sounds like flattery to me. And God likes it when there's people like that. Guess what? Because he has some place for them to be employed. You know what I mean? And there's people specifically designed for that, just like there are girls like Holly Hendricks and Skin Diamond, okay, that are specifically designed for what they do. And I get to show them how to do it without burning and being damned and getting to continue on if God so chooses to allow. So, look at this shit right here. Ain't the Krypton's Chronic or Green Lantern light. It's the RIP which caused the ground to thunder instead of lightning. I'm at once. I'm atomic. I'm at once. I'm atomic. I'm at once. I'm atomic dynamite. It's the tank that sunders, not Napoleon. Like a proud warrior, should I, on that Warcraft, right? That's fucking sweet, dude. Cartman just bought an amusement park and can't ride and eat. Kyle's not really a kike. He's a yikes boner biting bastard twixt with Ike. Kick the baby. Your cannabis sativa. Forgotten the rest of the joke. Nas for smoked it yet. The Transformers tried it for ya. The hashtag keeping me from being a choke artist. Just a broke artichoke varmint. Tasmanian devil bloke. I don't even crave it. I don't even know if I'll come down in a couple of days. I'm so high it seems like with Lil Wayne on the front side, like Lil Mama's Magic School Bus. G-Slide, G12 update, trying to hide from no faith is John Connor's plight. This is such a strain. The breakfast I just cooked up is apple cinnamon Macintosh, acorn pancakes with syrup called Jeeves Sobs and mango pear croissant mashed browns. Well, that sounds great. And orphan tears pressed against brisket hash I make with propane accessories. Then Caillou Ray William Johnson. Like a lesbian argument must be warm on rap that gotten caught upon the news saying no strain, no flame or gain. I don't seem to want to rescue or recue Datistimo, that hashtag no sift, no lift, not American hustle. I'm the multi-universal grift manifested into a new grain of trap and rhyme called inverse reversal libre from ATS Elliott. book by Kermode. I'm Dante's Inferno and Andrew Marvel's Mountain. Now I'm the knowing. Just found out I was Malcolm X in my last life. Drinking Skittles Moscato with fresh strawberries, wondering why I look like a white-ass version of Adam from the garden named Eden, when I am Edom, Infinity 1 and 101, breaking more than even. No wonder I idolized Louis Farrakhan more than I iconicized Simon and Demi from American Idol. Yeah, so anyways, that's almost idolatry, right? I still want wife Chiquita, Keisha, and Kiana from Belly, and I don't even know who fucking Kiana. Where's Jade of Fire? Where's my Queen Skin Diamond? Yes, I know I said I didn't know her, though. She's 29 now instead of 16. Either way, we tucking. Now I just courted a bitch, knew obscene, didn't know she was trapped in R. Kelly's drawer while he was in the closet. While I choked a Sunday Kukimi Wakiri Da, that's something about a sex hotel I'm gonna own soon in Japanese. I'm at the door. I am the unicorn trapped in the drive-through behind FPS Russia driving a tank. I'm a jibber-jabbering about jibber-jabber, non that penny, jabberwocky with a Jar Jar Binks in my think tank, with a chieftain clothing, Chiotihin, her hair. I just ate it talking to M, still with that hippity hoopla, shippity doodah, Darkwing Ducks with Mary Kate and Ashley giving applause to Koopa with hoopla. Oh, thank you. Steel reserved to 11 like a motherfucking pineapples. What? Yes, 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 and yes. And yes. Mossy moss. Pineapple Steel Reserve, yo. Muy bueno, gracias. Thank you, thank you. By the way, what we said was, hoopity hoopla koopa, I'm trapped in maybe I'm Jaws that made least in the creator of Daddy Sharks and Rap Gods. I mean gauze from the industry's mouth. How about that? And something, prison kite. There be no such thing as a result of many drugs being seen. I'm Sheldon Cooper, mixed with Charlie Sheen. I'm writing my rhymes backwards, just like Arabic. It's from right to left instead of saying Innistrad, Kanish, Nut Rounders, Boiler Rooms, Front Doors, so shut. Fortunately, mean if Mesh, no, nah, Medulla got lost with the girl next door. It was instead Ricci was gonna buy her paintings and ended up in Vegas with Johnny Dread. I'm a little drunk. I'm Puerto Rican and I'm Tickle Me Elmo's attorney. M, I just dropped off the Ouija board, squawking, smoking, chocolate Nesquik through a flux capacitor bong full of fire whiskey concentrates using Fraptious Day as my torch, and I'm my own drop landing on top of the Monopoly board. I am Milton Bradley, Band of Parker's four brothers, and the biggest porn star addicted whore that you ever met outside of Jim Morrison's bedroom door. I resurrected Pennywise for you. So anyways, that's something I wrote when I was in jail. I just thought it was cute. All I thought was that if Cat Williams can make more money off Cryptochronic then he also needs to make money off this. The Krypton's Chronic or Green Lantern Light. Okay? So, that's how we say that. And then the other one was Thunder instead of lightning, I'm atomic dynamite is the other one. Instead of Cryptochronic Light. Okay. Now, upon that same line of thinking and prose, right, or poetry, right? Because I here's what they said in the book, right? They said that, what was it? Poetry came from prose, is what they were saying, or poetry and prose were the same thing. And then different parts of poetry were different things and labeled different things, categorized as different things, right? That's what they were saying. And I was going to disagree with it, right? What I ended up doing was reaffirming it, but then I found out a better way to describe it that actually did what I wanted it to do. Talk shit to it because it didn't know what it was talking about, per se. Well, per itself, right? And per, I found out the other side, right? Now, Sterdecisis de Illuminati Illuminaste del Dios, de todos los heavens Cielos y tierras, las tierras. Okay. Ahora no recuerdo qué palabras ahora. Okay, so not like the Mexican cheese, but like moving on from here. Instead, what I was thinking of was Snooki is amazingly beautiful, sexy, gorgeous woman, Snooki. And if she's single, right, not married, right, she's not married, nobody's put her in, nobody can claim her, then I want her. And I want Stacy and Darcy at the same time as her. And I want them all to become like wifeys, like 7, 24, and 36 or something like that. Some unrelated random numbers. So when they get mashed together, it won't be just like, psh, whatever. Now, they're not on deck for that. Here's the thing. Because I understand people want to have their free will and their choice, decisions, and futures and live their fantasies. So if my kind of shit ain't your bag, baby, and you don't think, you know, you could be happy with a man that speaks on God's behalf sometimes when he's allowed to, that, I just have to clarify, like, look, I don't take a whole bunch of leeway ever, okay? I know what rope looks like that's trying to hang me, okay, like a black man. And I promise you that's not a racial remark at all, except for to say that I personally am thankful that Lynchburg, Tennessee existed. You know why? Because if you think about it, anything that causes the lynch to stop, like a berg that might sink a ship, is a good thing. So I'm pretty sure whiskey probably saved a whole bunch of black lives because there was a bunch of either super drunk ass white folk, you know, that either didn't give a fuck or couldn't shoot straight, or happy enough to actually realize that they were trying to kill their ancestors. So either way. Now, what I was talking about was claim it instead of shame it, right? Because I was writing this thing, right? Because it was like a positive affirmation. If we start to edify rather than tear down from day one. Okay, so just to get the girls on deck with this, right? This is how good this is, right? Okay, a child, right? Childhood development. We need to just start where it's supposed to be, right? Because God says, I am the beginning, I'm the ending. I'm the first and last, I'm the Alpha, the Omega, right? So pretty sure there's a lot of correlations between God and children and God and the decaying and declining men, not decaying, but declining mind of somebody that's got dementia, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, you know, on into death, or, you know, wherever they end up. Okay, there's correlations to me because one is showing the opposite, right, of the other. Is it inverse though? Is it symmetrically opposite though? Is it congruently opposite? Okay, so we're somewhere in there. Now, the point is I'm trying to compare brain pans real quick so everybody knows I'm smarter than everybody else. Once you figure that out and you get over yourself, or you get over whatever is telling you that I'm not, then you'll understand that no matter what they learned, no matter what you memorized, no matter what you've accumulated in your 12, 15, 37, 45, or 69 years of life, okay? I'll use 73 instead of 69 because it seems like every time I use the other number, it starts fucking shit up. Now, the thing is that no matter what there is, I can calculate it better than you can have it memorized, and I can calculate it better than anybody that doesn't have eidetic memory, okay? Okay, now here's the thing. A person with eidetic memory that has photographic memory, right? Now, here's the difference. Satan can tell you scripture and verse most of the times, right? Okay, if he chooses to. Every word that's in the Bible. Okay? He's got it like that. He's had time on his hands, right? And he's pretty close to righteous. About, you know, yeah, he's pretty close. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's not disputed. Now, he did make bad decisions once in a while. Guess what? He's prodigally forgiven and redeemed and shit, because Ezekiel's temple made sure of that, because God made sure of that. Ezekiel's temple made sure of that. Something like that. Okay? Now, if it's nothing like that, I don't really care, because I found out a way it's like that. So anyways. Oh, thank you. You want more? More? Not to pacify you, however, to pacify, because I would want to be pacified in a position where I was on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say he's in a lesser position. It just means, look, we need to make sure we make special dispensation ahead of time for contention. No, you don't. Wait a minute. You don't have to, do they, Flo? I have to, right? Okay. Because I've chosen to, right? And if I didn't choose to, then as I believe, go and do likewise, right? Okay, so now here's the deal, okay? El Shaddai, Elohim, Elyon, Adonai, on. Father, did I snub that man? Does he feel like I'm... So I am not his stumbling block right now. Yeah? Does he have one? Hell? Snare? What's the stumbling block? Drugs? The world's belief system. The ulterior motive and or malicious intent or insidious intent of this area. The cleansing of the sanctuary and a lack of a Holy Spirit. Okay, so what do I do to help him? Bring attention to this place in the name of God. Get $100 million started right here and do what I want to do. Make sure I don't have to look back over my shoulder once I deal with and or handle and or make sure that the fishermen know how to continuously fish or repurpose themselves if they need to find a different line of work or hobby, or they need a different product, supply, textile, good, renewables, resource, whatever resource, harvestable, virtual currency, affiliate ad marketing, dollar value, virtual currency markets. They're doing away with the cryptocurrencies and actually implementing currencies that are based upon something that has real value and not just has no hope. House divided against itself will fall. America must no longer be divided. The world must no longer be divided. Okay? If I mentioned your name already, Skin Diamond, Holly Hendricks, Snooky, Stacy, Darcy, okay? If you don't want to be a part of any of this, do your thing. Do your thing. Because I'm told this right here. Leave the righteous righteous, the ungodly ungodly, the filthy filthy, and the godly godly. You know what I'm saying? Leave shit the way it is during the cleansing of the sanctuary to the best of what people, you know, their hearts can hope for them or guide them into. You know, and what it is essentially, where's your heart lie when we don't have the Spirit? Because it's been taken from us. Okay? It's taken from us because it was told that they would take it from us. That it would be taken from us. It would give it back to its source. Okay? It was the morning star is the source of that right there. That it has another source because God gave it to the morning star. So it has a source, right? And so anyways, the whole point is consider Father first. Okay? El Shaddai Elohim Adonai Elyon. On Jupiter, Ohun, Orion, Yahweh, 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 Yeshua, Ka, God of the Aztecs, God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, God of Ishmael, God of the two covenants between the 24 tribes, I believe. Okay, is what I'm told, is what I believe. See, for me, it's not specifics. For me, it's generalities and connections. Okay, specifics are memorized facts, which that's what you're for. Okay, so like I said, if you're in the names that I mentioned, okay, and this is in your bag, baby, do your thing. But I have a bag that you ain't never seen before. I don't care if you're in the porn industry or if you're just an entertainer. I don't care if you have a clothing line and your goal is to be bigger than KLS. Okay, and I mean that's a goal, right? If you can get past the $1.5 billion mark to that $2 billion mark, right? That's a goal, right? That's your goal. You got that. That's that's what you want. That's going to define you when you get there, right? Stacy and Darcy, right? $2 billion. The $2 billion mark. That's more than the In-N-Out girl, the Versace girl, right? Et cetera, right? That's being bigger than Jones, right? So, what if you didn't? What's that make you? What if I said, give up every single thing you ever thought that you wanted and walk away from the life that you have